Nigerian government inaugurate National Minimum Wage Committee resident. Doctors declare 72-hour strike in Nasarawa State. Plus, French highway stays blocked as former protests continued. Hello, this is News Live on Viewer Television. My name is Patience Sidi. President Bola Tinubu has formally inaugurated a 72-man tripartite committee to fashion out a new national minimum wage. Vice President Kashim Shettima inaugurated the committee on behalf of the president, who is on a private visit to France. The committee is chaired by former head of civil service of the Federation, Bukar Goni Aji. Prior to the inauguration, Shettima charged the committee members to explore collective bargaining to come up with an acceptable recommendation on a new wage policy. Members of the committee cut across the federal government, state government, private sector, and organized labor. From the federal government level, the members include Honorable Nkiruka, Honorable Minister of State, Labor and Employment, Wale Edun, Honorable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Atiku Bagudu, Honorable Minister of Budget Economic Planning, Dr. Mrs. Yemi Eshan, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Nabdi Maurice Mberi, and others. The federal government has ordered the construction firm handling the failed LMS section of the East-West Road in Rivers State, Reynolds Construction Company, Nigeria Limited, to resume work immediately. The former Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, urged the firm to resume work on the 15-kilometer LMA to One Junction, which he suspended during his unscheduled inspection visit to protect site on January 27, 2024 due to observe infractions on the construction specifications. The directive, according to a statement in Port Harcourt by Special Advisor on Media to the Minister of Works, Uchenna Oji, who was in accordance with the solution or the resolution reached at a meeting with the Permanent Secretary and key directors of the Ministry together with the management of RCC Limited. It will be recalled that the minister had ordered the suspension of work on the project due to the substandard jobs and invited the management of the company to report to the ministry to resolutions of technical issues. And on insecurity, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, has implored President Bola Tinubu not to shy away from making tough decisions following the spate of insecurity in the country. The Speaker stated this during his remarks at the resumption of plenary after Christmas and New Year holidays. Honorable Abbas noted that the heinous murder of the over 30 people in Plateau State, as well as many others who have fallen victim to the mindless act of the terror in the last few weeks. He challenged the president to rise to his occasion and demonstrate the indomitable spirit for which he is known by, doing more in safeguarding the lives and property of Nigerians.
On to the complexities of our current challenges. To our patriotic and brave security forces, while commending your heroism and sacrifice, the time has come for you to review your approaches and strategies, innovate and adapt. The enemy evolves, and so must we. I challenge you to rise to this occasion to demonstrate the indomitable spirit for which you are known, and to do more in safeguarding the lives and properties of our people. Indeed, the time has come for the President to demand greater performance and accountability from our service chiefs and all security and enforcement agencies. I implore the President not to shy away from making the tough decisions. If necessary, we must not hesitate to enact changes within our security apparatus, for the cost of inaction is far too great to bear.
The Nigerian government has vowed to punish the killers of two Ekiti state monarchs murdered by the suspected kidnappers on Monday. The Minister of Solar Minerals Development, Oladele Aleke, made this known in a statement while condemning the killing of the two monarchs. The Onimojo of Imojo Ekiti Oba Olatunde Samuel Olushola and the Oleshun of Oshun Ekiti Oba David Babatunde Ogunshola. Aleke also lamented the kidnapping of some primary school pupils in Umuri Ekiti by yet to be identified kidnappers and the growing state of insecurity in the country. The minister called on security agents to bring the killers of the monarchs to book and rescue the kidnapped pupils unhurt without any delay. The new theatre commander of the operation Hadinkai, Major General Wahid Ashaibu, said he will prioritize tackling the menace of improvised explosive devices in Borno State. Shaibu disclosed this at the handing over ceremony of the outgoing theatre commander at the Maimalari cantonment in Maiduguri. He added that military operations in the theater will be enhanced to record more successes in the fight against terrorism.
Get the mandates of Operation Hadinke. So we will just go ahead with the mandate, their ongoing operations. We'll enhance it and ensure that officers and men do what they're supposed to do.
Sir, there is no trend of IEDs being planted by the Boko Haram terrorists on the highways. How do you intend to tackle this?
Those are issues that we're bringing up professional issues to tackle, and that will be done in due course.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, the outgoing theatre commander appreciated the troops of Operation Hadinkai for the support accorded at the war front and charged them to exhibit same cooperation with the new theatre commander.
Support has been key to both the kinetic efforts we made and the non-kinetic actions also undertaken that led to the surrender of several terrorists across the theater. I therefore enjoin you to extend same to my successor to keep the momentum on.
Over 4,500 vulnerable persons in Adamawa's Southern Senatorial District have benefited from the federal government's food palliative in an effort to cushion the hardship of Nigerians as a result of fuel subsidy. President Bola Tinubu-led administration saw the need to distribute food items to the worst-hit masses through their political representatives at the Red Chamber. Upon receiving the grains for the distribution, Senator Binus Dauda had put effective measures in place for the smooth distribution of items to the less privileged, the needy and the elderly across the 9 local government areas in Adamawa South.
It's a federal government program which is intended to bring succor and relief to the needy and our elderly people in our rural communities. It is not a program that I initiated. It is a federal government program that is being carried throughout the Federation in all the 109 senatorial districts and all 360 Federal House of Representative constituencies.
This grains is a palliative from federal government, just like the senator said, and it was meant for the poor of the poor, and it's to alleviate the suffering of people in the society. And while others will not bother to buy, the able senator is not one of those. When they say buy, he's always here to buy. And he always think of his people first.
This is an initiative of the federal government of Nigeria, as well as the desire of the senator to bring these food items, rice and maize, to the people of Adamawa South Senatorial District as a palliative, so as to be able to relieve the people from the present hardship faced in the country as a result of the current economic situation of the nation.
It's time for a break, but when NEWSLIVE returns, Nigerian Air Force has agreed to airlift election materials for Saturday's returns or reruns and by-elections. Details of this comes to you right after the break.
Inakwaje kama ya neno wamono okungwali boy katienti iluzia buloa onyo mebezi nani go okungwali boy katienti jabo iluzia wolo nana mwanne mebene onyo mebezi nani go Agaza makawaji na gomo Agaza makawaji Osilio nyama Mkengeni tune Ekeke na logika isabalo Aji ashagata na mulu Sadebeno Aji asalebe beno Asadebe na ya mulu Obia muze no chini mo sadebe mo namo na Mwane me bene
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm at the Envoy Hotel, Diplomatic Drive 305. Here for a business weekend. It's been an amazing stay. Conference hall and business facilities here are stylish and innovative. The Envoy Hotel is luxury, esoteric, opulence, for ultimate comfort.
discerning travelers, we are more than just a place to stay. We are an icon of comfort, style, and thoughtful luxury. We are Envoy Hotel.
Welcome back from the break. If you're just joining us, this is News Live on Viewer Television. Now let's take a look at our top stories. Nigerian government inaugurates National Minimum Wage Committee resident. Doctors declare 72-hour strike in Nasarawa State Plus. French highways stay blocked as former protests continued. The federal government said it will put measures in place to sanction ocean-going vessels doing business on Nigerian water without adhering to sulfur regulations. Adeboye Oyetola, Minister of Marine and Blue Economic, disclosed this in Lagos at the arrival ceremony of CMA CGM as Kandola, the largest container vessel to call in Nigerian port with 15,000 TEUs of the containers from China. Presently by Mohammed Bello Koko, Managing Director of the Nigerian Port Authorities, Oyetola said Nigeria has taken concrete steps towards the procurement of necessary tools to enhance NPA's capacity for sulfur analysis. According to him, there is a need to minimize the air pollution created in the shipping industry by reducing the sulfur content of the fuels that ships used. And the Nigerian Air Force has agreed to leave the election materials for Saturday's rerun and by-elections. The Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, disclosed this when the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, paid him a courtesy visit in Abuja. Yakubu had requested the assistance of the Air Force to deliver materials to 3 locations in the northeast, southeast, and southwest geopolitical zone of the country. He said the commission will conduct by-elections and reruns in 26 states of the Federation, explaining that in 9 states, 2 senators, 4 members of the House of Representatives, and 3 members of state houses of assembly will be elected by the elections to replace members who passed on or resigned their membership of the national and state assemblies. According to the INEC chairman, reruns will take place at the designated constituency or polling unit as ordered by the election appeal tribunals. Following the trial, January 12 Supreme Court judgment that affirmed Abba Yusuf as the governor of Kano State, he said he has come out clean, denying signing any agreement with the Apex Court. Governor Yusuf, through a statement by the Director General Media and Publicity, Government House, Kano Sanusi Bature, insisted that the Supreme Court judgment was an endorsement of the rule of law. According to the statement, Governor Yusuf appreciated Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, for his non-interference with the judiciary over the Kano governorship elections tussle. The statement described a document already circulating on social media indicating a 4-term agreement between the governor and the presidency as imaginary peace devoid of all iota of truth. He added that the fake agreement saying Governor Yusuf has accepted the cross carpet to the ruling APC jettisoned purported claim to dissolve or allow the 5 Emirates discontinuity to demolish of illegal structures and establishment of Kano Elders Council should be disregarded. The Dalhatu Arab Specialist Hospital in Lafia, Nasarawa State is facing a 72-hour protest strike initiated by the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors. According to the report, the decision comes in response to a distressing incident that occurred at the hospital where a doctor on duty was allegedly assaulted by a male relative of a patient. The identity of the assailant, however, has not been made public as of the time for filing this report. In order to address the issue of constant aggression towards healthcare workers, the association, along with the hospital staff, organized a demonstration within the hospital premises. The doctors who trooped out with placards bearing various inscriptions pleaded for intervention from government authorities and other relevant bodies to swiftly curtail the surge in assault on healthcare professionals within the state. And also, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA Adamawa State Command, has arrested no fewer than 365, including 5 female drug offenders in 2023. The State Commandant Agbolu Afemi, while briefing newsmen at the State Command in Yola, said they have secured the convictions of 174 suspects during the period under review and recorded a total seizure of 1,000 assorted illicit drugs. Agbolu disclosed that aside from the arrest and seizure in the year under review, the command had secured a final forfeiture of 3 cars used for the conveying of drugs. He said the monetary exhibit forfeited to the federal government was 8,821,270, adding that the command successfully treated, counseling and rehabilitated people with drug use disorder and deployed personnel as drug intelligence officers across the 21 local government areas.
Cannabis, we recorded a total seizure of 1,081.866 kilograms. Methamphetamine, what is popularly referred to Umpurumiri or ice. We have a total seizure of 0.51706 kilograms. Formalin, what is known as sock and dye. We made a total seizure of 71 drums and 65 jerrycans of 25 liters, totaling 14,830 liters.
Also, the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRS, has arrested no fewer than 4,907 persons for 6,339 traffic offenses during the just concluded Operation Zero Tolerance in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. The Sector Commander Muta'a Kori has said this in an interview with the newsmen in Abuja. Recall that Operation Zero Tolerance occurred during the Yuletide season between December 15, 2023 to January 15, 2024. Curry has said that non-use of seatbelt, use of phones while driving, and other speeding were the major causes of accidents during the operation. He, however, said that the Corps will be embarking on another special patrol operating in 2024 in the territory, adding that the experience during the 2023 end-of-the-year special patrol operations propelled the Corps to commence another. The FRS boss disclosed that the Corps has provided radar, guns, and other operational logistics to enhance its efficiency and ineffectiveness in 2024. You're still watching News Live on Viewer Television. Business and international news, entertainment news comes to you right after this break. Now the business news. In apparent reflection of the dollar scarcity plaguing the economy, the naira has recorded its biggest fall in the official Nigerian foreign exchange market, where it depreciated by the 24% to 1,348% per dollar. Data from the FMDQ showed that the indicated exchange rate for NAFEM fell to 1,348 per dollar from 891 per dollar last week, Friday, indicating 4,448 or 24% depreciation for the naira. This represents the lowest level for the naira since June 14 last year, when the Central Bank of Nigeria eliminated multiple exchange rate in the official market. The volume of dollars traded on NAFEM fell by 28% to $404.5 million last week from $565.8 million the previous week. Similarly, the naira depreciated to 1,425 per dollar in the apparel market from 1,400 naira per dollar over the weekend. At least 1,500 members of staff of the Central Bank of Nigeria will on Friday resume at its Lagos office following their redeployment from their headquarters. A source at the Apex Bank told newsmen that the plan, though heavily criticized, was still in motion and affected staff will be resuming on Friday. The latest development comes on the backdrop of the decision of the new management to relocate some of CBN's departments to the country's economic hub for staff safety, increased productivity, and the decongest its head office. CBN said the action was necessitated by the several factors, including the need to align the bank's structure with its function and objectives of the redistribute skills to ensure a more even geographical spread of talent. It added that it was also in compliance with building regulation as indicated by repeated warnings from the facility management and the findings and recommendation of the committee on the decongested of the CBN head office. And also, consumers in December 2023 experienced a spike in the average retail price of kerosene, reaching 1,362 per litre. Nationwide, this marked a 5.8% increase compared to the 1,278 recorded in November 2023. The latest report of the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics obtained on Tuesday indicates on a year-on-year basis, the surge amounted to a 23.3%, climbing from 1,104.6 in December 2022. And an in-depth state analysis unveiled a disparity in prices across the nation. MBS further examination based on geographical zones disclosed that the Southwest experienced the highest average retail price per litre of household kerosene, reaching 1,455.2 naira. The Northeast followed closely at the 1,420.4 naira, while the Southeast recorded the lowest at 1,264.4 naira. The total assets under the contributory pension scheme reaching 18.3 trillion naira by the end of 2023, according to data from the National Pension Commission. PENSCOM unaudited report on pension funds industry portfolio for the period ended December 2023 approved existing schemes, closed pension fund administrators and RSA funds showed that the country's pension funds appreciated by 22.4% in 2023. During this period, the net asset was up to 18.3 3 trillion naira from 14.9 trillion naira in 2022. And a month-on-month basis, pension funds grew by 2.3% to 18.3 trillion in December compared to 17.9 trillion naira in the previous month. According to the report, 11.9 trillion naira of the asset was invested in the federal government securities, representing 64.9% of the total assets and a 24% year-on-year growth investment in FGN securities.
In this 21st century where all the information we need is now in the palm of our hands. News from around the world, entertainment, celebrity gossip, sports, and much more. The only thing that you need is the right source. Viewer TV is now on the go. Simply check us out on our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter for all the information you need.
And now on the international scene, farmers continued blocking the highways around France's capital to protest the government's agricultural policies and EU regulations. Unsatisfied with Prime Minister Gabriel Attal's announcement last Friday to drop an agricultural fuel tax hike, most farmers chose to expand the nationwide protest while other groups ended them. Farmers on nearly 800 tractors began arriving to block the 8 highways around Paris that were targeted on Monday afternoon. Agriculture Minister Marc Fesneau, who vowed on Monday to announce new measures within 48 hours, will go to Brussels on Wednesday to evaluate the situation. President Emmanuel Macron is set to meet with the President of the EU Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, on Thursday in Brussels, also to discuss the situation of the agricultural sector. Chinese President Xi Jinping has received the credentials of 42 ambassadors to China at the Crest Hall of the People in Beijing. After the ceremony, Xi delivered a speech to the ambassador. Xi also told the ambassadors that the China value is its friendship with the people of their countries and it's willing to expand mutual beneficial cooperation with them to promote the development of bilateral ties. Xi also expressed hope that the ambassadors will have a comprehensive and in-depth understanding of China and act as a bridge between China and their countries. He pledged to provide convenience and support for the ambassadors to perform their duties. And also, the European Parliament has announced a probe into a Latvian lawmaking accused in an investigative report of spying for Moscow over the past 2 decades. The investigation, carried out jointly with several other media, including the Swedish newspaper Expressen and an Estonian website, says Danoka was openly advocating for the Moscow in both Brussels and Riga throughout their tenure. Leaked emails refer to in-person meeting in Moscow or Brussels between Danoka and a Russian handler, as well as requests for Russian funding for her political activities both in Latvia and Brussels. European Parliament President Roberta Metsola took these allegations very seriously and is referring the case to the Advisory Committee on the Code of Conduct. Metsola's spokesperson also said this. And on entertainment news, famous Nigerian singer David Adeleke aka Davido has earned his first career Billboard Hot 100 entry. Davido achieved a feat with his collaborative song with Chris Brown's Sensational, which also featured another Nigerian singer, Loj, who earned his first appearance on the chart too. The song finally debuted at number 96 on this week's Hot 100 chart after charting on the bubbling chart where it peaked at number 1 for 3 weeks. Davido and Loj now join Wizkid, Burna Boy, Tems, Rema, CK, and Fireboy DML and the list of Nigerian artists with US Billboard Hot 100 entries. Popular Yoruba comic actor Babatunde Bernard, also known as Baba T, has accused his colleague comedian Sheilo of intellectual theft. Baba T made the allegation in his latest interview with Newsman. Speaking on this, his relationship with Sheilo, he narrated how the comedian stole his intellectual property for his personal gain by going behind him to use his jerk at one of AY's show. In his words, Baba T said Sheyi used my material to do an open mic at the show. I didn't believe it until he rendered my joke at a show I attended. However, Sheyi has yet to respond to these allegations. And that's all on NEWSLIVE, but before we go, let's take a look at our top stories. Nigerian government inaugurate National Minimum Wage Committee residents. Doctors declare 72-hour strike in Nasarawa State. Plus, French highway stay blocked as farmers' protests continue. Many thanks. Many thanks for watching. My name is Patience Sidi. Do stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our programs.